This is Jack Razumich with Razumich and Delamater. Today I'd like to talk with you about a normal question that we get, which is, can the police lie to you? The short answer is yes. The police are under no obligation to be honest with you when they are investigating you for a criminal act. Their job is to investigate you and to get evidence that will help them convict you. Accordingly, they don't really need to be particularly concerned about whether or not what they're telling you is correct, as long as it gets the reaction that they want out of you, which is you talking. You see this in Hollywood a lot of times with the whole good cop, bad cop routine. That's a very famous tandem. One officer will come in and act like, you're going to jail forever and we're going to just put you in thumb screws and forget you ever existed. And that officer leaves, and another officer comes in with a little bit more of a softer touch and tries to get you to start talking about what did and didn't happen. Again, this is all designed for the purposes of getting evidence against you so that they can use it against you at trial. So what kind of things can the cops lie to you about? Well, they can lie to you about the amount of evidence they have. It's not unheard of. If they think that you are responsible for whatever they're investigating, they can tell you, look, we've already got the evidence for this. Why don't you just tell us what happened, because we already know. And because it's an active investigation, even if they did have that evidence, they aren't actually necessary for them to bring it in and show it to you physically there in the interrogation room. They can also lie to you about whether or not there are any other confessions out there. Say, for example, there's the allegation that you and a co-defendant broke into a house. They can come in and tell you that your co-defendant confessed, implicated you, admitted everything, and is trying to put everything on your shoulders. Again, this is designed for the concept of actually trying to get you to talk. They can also discuss whether or not there's any video surveillance or other evidence that would actually put you on camera committing this crime. That's usually a very popular thing because people think that videos don't lie, and if the officer has video, well, clearly they know that I did it. And again, they get you to try to talking. They can also promise you lenient treatment. The problem with that is the police don't actually decide what charges get filed. The prosecution does that. The police officer has absolutely no ability to tell the prosecutor what charges to file or not file if you cooperate with them. Finally, they can also lie to you about whether or not you're going to go home. A lot of times they'll say, look, if you just answer our questions when we're done with this, we'll go ahead and let you go home and everything will be okay. The problem with that is it usually isn't. If you admit to committing a crime to a police officer, they usually aren't going to let you go home. What we tell people all the time is, as part of your Miranda advisements, you have an absolute right to remain silent. You need to use that. If you're not using your rights get lost. If the police want to speak with you, tell them politely but firmly that you don't want to speak to them without an attorney being present, and that attorney will help advise you to keep them from tricking you into saying something you're going to regret later. Now, there is one thing that the police can't lie about. They can't lie to you about whether or not your particular offense would get a fair trial or not. That's a violation of your civil rights at that point in time, and most officers do stay away from that. So that's the one thing you usually don't have to worry about. You won't have to worry about anything, though, if you remember to exercise your right to remain silent and ask for an attorney at all times. If you have any questions about this video, or if you have any other questions about the law that we haven't covered, click on the link below this video to be taken to a page where you can schedule a free case evaluation. Case evaluations are free. We're more than happy to sit down and speak with you. Click to contact us today. We look forward to speaking with you.